everyone, welcome to today's class, which is going to be a nice slow flow if you feel like you need a bit of grounding in your day. Grab hold of a bolster or some cushions or pillows, and you'll need one block or book as well for today's class. I'm going to have a blanket again just to support my knees as well. When you're ready, come to a comfortable seated position on your mat, hands to your knees or your thighs, softening your shoulders down your back and closing down your eyes in your own time. We're just going to start by taking some nice full breaths here. Really allowing us to settle onto our mat today. Relaxing your forehead, the space between your brows, your cheeks, and your jaw. Taking 2 more breaths. And then when you're ready, blinking open your eyes. We're just going to start with some nice big circular movements with our body. Dropping that shoulder to center and then circling all the way around, and keep changing the directions that you're going here. And then bring yourself all the way back up to center. You're going to thread your right arm behind your back and just let your neck start to drop towards your left shoulder. Let that right shoulder blade sit down your back, holding it there, taking a nice full breath. And then as you exhale, slowly release chin to chest, right hand comes to the knee, and we'll swap sides. So bring the head back up through center, thread left arm behind the back, let your head drop towards your right shoulder this time. Let that left shoulder blade sit down your back slightly. And then lowering your chin to your chest, rest your hand to your knees, bring your head slowly back up through center. Step your feet out in front of you onto their soles, rest your fingertips behind, and we're just going to rock our knees side to side here, just easing them out, windscreen wiper movements. Perfect. Bring yourself back to center and make your way to an all fours tabletop position on your mat. Hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath your hips. I'm going to face this way so that you can see me. We're going to step our right foot out towards the right hand side and bring yourself up to kneeling. So you've got that right foot onto the sole. Spread those arms out nice and wide, horizontal. Bring that right hand down to your thigh as you inhale, stretching your left arm over. Keeping that chest nice and open to the side. Maybe to take it deeper, you might want to slide that right hand down a little bit more. Take an inhale. Stretch fingertips away. Exhale, come back to center briefly as you bring left hand down to the mat and right arm stretches over. So we're going the other way now. Inhale, stretch those right fingertips away. Exhale, you're going to sweep that right arm down and round in front of you and bring yourself back to all fours. Let's swap sides. Step left foot out. Rise yourself up to kneeling. Stretch those arms out horizontal. Bring that left hand down to the thigh. Right arm stretches over. Keeping the chest open to the side. Inhale, stretch your right fingertips away. And as you exhale, come back to center. Right hand comes down. Left arm stretches over. Maybe think about turning your chest a little bit towards the ceiling, taking it a bit deeper. Nice full breath. And then as you inhale, swoop that left arm down and round in front of you. Bring yourself back to all fours and then make your way back to seated on your heels. If this is a bit uncomfortable, just slide a block or a bolster underneath you. Resting your hands to your thighs, we're going to do some seated cat-cows. So as you inhale, lift up through your chest, draw the shoulder blades down the back. Exhale, chin to chest, sending the spine away. Good. Keep on flowing through these movements here at your own pace. Just really working into your spine. When you're sending the spine away, really think about tucking the chin to the chest, spreading the shoulder blades wide, and as you inhale, broadening those collarbones. Good, make this your last one. Bring yourself back up to seated, back up to center, and rise yourself to kneeling. Bring yourself all the way up to kneeling. Now there's going to be a couple of options here. Option one, you can bring your hands to your lower back, fingertips facing up. Think about squeezing your inner thighs together and your glutes forwards here as your brakes. As you inhale, you can think about lifting up through your chest. So you're thinking about, imagine there's a piece of string attached to your chest here, and that string is being lifted up towards the ceiling. So instead of thinking about bending backwards, I want you to think about more about finding that length and that lift in your chest towards the ceiling. Good. So that's option one. And you can draw the elbows in slightly, take that nice big opening through the chest. Option two is to grab hold of your block, place it on the outside of your ankle, bring your right hand down to that block, squeezing the glutes forward still again, using them as your brakes. And as you inhale, you can swoop that left arm overhead. So taking either of those options here, either option one, hands to the lower back, lifting through the chest. Option two, one hand can come to your block on the highest setting, swooping that left arm over, squeezing your glutes forwards, protecting your back. Should feel really nice, this one as well, into those hip flexors, into the front of the body. Take a nice big inhale. And then as you exhale, using your core strength here, bring yourself back up and we'll swap sides. If you're doing the one with the fingertips on the back, just come back up, take a little break. And then we can go again. Left hand down to the block, inhale, right arm over. Nice big breath. Good, then as you exhale, swooping the right arm down, using your core to bring yourself back up to center. Send your hips to your heels, come to your child's pose, but keep your knees together on this one. Resting yourself down, maybe the forehead to a block, the mat, your forearms, whatever feels good today. Should feel really nice to stretch your back out the other way here by keeping those knees together after you've just been opening through the front of your body. Let your forehead become heavy into your mat here. Keeping that breathing nice and soft. And then we're going to slide ourselves back up to all fours. And we're going to come into our pigeon pose. So slide your right knee towards your right wrist, shimmy that ankle across towards your left hip, and lower that back knee down. So if you're quite lifted here, then feel free to grab your bolster or your block and slide it underneath your right hip here for a bit of support. Hips are nice and square to the top. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, you can soften yourself forwards, maybe onto your forearms or onto a block or your bolster, using whatever props you want and need here. Just taking some nice deep inhales. Soothing exhales. And then as you inhale, bring yourself back up to seated. Slide yourself to your right hip, removing any props, and swing that left leg all the way around in front of you. Left leg's lengthened long, sole of the right foot comes to the inside of your thigh. If you want a prop underneath that right knee here, you can. Squaring yourself towards your extended leg. Grab hold of your bolster or your cushions. You can have them on the inside of your leg if you want to relax down onto. Take an inhale, find length in your spine. And then as you exhale, just softening yourself towards that left leg. Using any props that you wish here. So you should start to feel a really good stretch into your hamstring here on that left-hand side. Taking 3 more breaths wherever you are. And then slowly making your way back up to seated. Place the props to the side just for now so you can twizzle yourself back to all fours. And then we'll come on to the other side. So bring that left knee forwards, sending the ankle across towards the opposite hip. And then lowering yourself down into your pigeon using any props that you might want to here. Taking an inhale on your fingertips, and when you're ready, if it feels good as you exhale, folding yourself forwards onto props or your forearms. And just think about drawing that left hip back slightly as the right hip comes forwards a bit. So we're just squaring those hips off. Breathing here for a moment, evening out those sides. Two more breaths. Good, then as you inhale, make your way back to seated. Lean over to the left-hand side, swing that back leg all the way round, bringing the sole of the foot towards the inside of the right thigh. Bringing those props back into place to the inside of your leg, maybe underneath that left knee. Take an inhale, flex into that right foot. Lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, just softening yourself gently forwards in your own time, using the props as you need. Just taking a few breaths here. Keeping that jaw nice and relaxed if you're noticing that you're clinging onto it. Take a nice big inhale in. And exhale out. Inhale, slowly make your way back up to seated, placing the props back to the side, and come all the way down to lying on your back, making sure that you've got your bolster or a block nearby. Once you're there, keep the soles of the feet to the mat. We're going to come into our legs lengthened up towards the ceiling, but I want us to slide either a block or your bolster underneath your lower back, your sacrum area. So you just need to find a little bit of momentum to lift the hips up and to slide a bolster or a block underneath your lower back. Then you're going to lengthen your legs towards the ceiling. And relaxing those arms out nice and wide to the sides. And just start to let that blood flow the other way. So if you've been sat down today, then this should feel really nice. You can close down your eyes. Wonderful. Then as you exhale, we're going to softly bend into the knees, lower the soles of the feet back down to the mat. And I'm just going to slide that bolster down all the way to go underneath my knees now. If you've got a bolster or some cushions, then slide them underneath your knees. Take those legs nice and wide. Let your toes flop to the sides. Relax your arms out wide to the sides too if you've got the room. Closing down your eyes. Just take a moment to allow yourself to settle here. Taking a big breath in. And a full breath out. And again, take a full breath in. This time as you exhale, let your breath flow down through your chest, your abdomen, your legs, all the way down to the soles of your feet, bringing you into relaxation. Relaxing your shoulders, your upper arm, your lower arm, all the way down to your fingertips. Relaxing your hips, your thighs, your knees, your calves, your ankles, all the way down to your toes, bringing you into total comfort. Please feel free to stay in your relaxation for as long as you wish, as long as you need. Thank you so much for joining me today.